There's been a lot of discussion about how much do you tell your partner
Uh-huh.
about your past.
Uh-huh.
I've had 10 girlfriends. I've had 15 boyfriends. Or
Lie.
I've been
You take that to the goddamn grave, you know.
Wow, so that's fascinating. She says lie, which I guess it really just depends. Like, I wouldn't lie, and I don't think most people should lie. But there are some cases where telling the truth at the time that is asked might just cause more harm than good. Like, the only reason why somebody would be asking that question is because they're interested in the answer. And when you give them the answer, if they're going to get upset about the answer, it kind of defeats the purpose if you're looking at building something into the future. So it just depends. But I'm also coming from the male side, from the woman side. I feel like as soon as you bring up how many men you slept with, it instantly turns off most men. So like it's really not much you can do about it. It is what it is. I think that's just like the human nature in us. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that.
Joking. I think that there should, depending on what's, you were talking about marriage or
yes,
like, oh,
we
you
go.
gonna marry
Hey,
somebody
we
too?
serious. We go. Hey, look here. You the one. This is what it's gonna be. I'm looking to marry you. And I want to be in this relationship, this serious relationship with you.
Uh-huh.
Ain't no just kicking it. We having a good time. I see a future for us together, and that's what I'm doing. I'm dating with the intent.
Yeah, that's a big word.
Yeah, I'm dating with the intent
Not intentional.
to give
Okay.
you.
I feel like it matters a lot, not just with the intent, but like beyond the intent. If if she answers the question, I think it has a lot more to do with like I would say actually it's like it has a lot more to do with the guy. Because to me, you can tell what a woman's nature is and how she behaves and how she moves. And that's not always true in all cases, but for the most part, you can get a vibe. And from that vibe, you can kind of start to understand, like, all right, what type of chick am I dealing with? So if you're actually at the point of like intentionality, being serious, at that point, you should already have a vibe of like what she's like.
This, you're gonna have this last name, or you're just gonna be hyphenated. Keep your last name and then put sharp at the end.
I think that
And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know where he got that from, but putting hyphenations at the end of your name as a woman is weird. I don't know why on earth you would want to keep your name hyphenated. I don't care if I have a daughter or not. Does not matter. It does not make sense to me because if I was getting married as a man and my wife wanted to hyphenate her name, I would be like, what are we actually doing?
it depends on where you and that person is in life. Because the older you are, the more you expect of an experience for them to have.
Yeah,
I got 3 kids. What
yeah.
you think I'm out here with one? Like that would be insane for you to
Well, I
think.
only think you have 3 guys.
Okay.
You're not
Okay.
just being just be.
I mean, to be honest, I got three, but it might have only been a
Might be
0.5.
exactly.
Okay.
It might be the same. It might be the same guy.
Yeah.
But
I think it just depends on how old we are.
okay,
I think the older you are, the less that conversation should exist.
okay.
We're not going to be 65 years old looking for love, and you asking me at 65 how many men you been with. Sir, I don't even know.
Y'all forgot.
To be honest with you, I'm just trying to figure out if I.
That's also a good point because when you're actually like moving down, growing on your journey, you typically aren't keeping count, especially if you had a whole phase at any point. You're not going to keep a count after you've gotten out of your whole phase. I mean, who keeps up with how many people they've had sex with after the fact? I mean, that's kind of weird behavior too, because that's like living in the past. And if you living in the past, then how could you be looking to build a future?
I took my meds this morning. I don't know. So I think it depends on the age demographic really matters. Right. The younger you are, the more I think you can feed into that conversation. But the older you get and the more experience you have and that person has in life, especially if we've been married already.
Right. Yeah.
I've been married twice. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I really going to sit down and have this conversation with you? I've been married twice, got 3 kids. I'm a grandma. I'm not even going to.
I feel like that also is like pretty important, right? So like she has a history that is pretty good. I mean, if you've been married twice, depending on like how long they were, if these was like some quick flings from your 20s, that obviously doesn't matter. But if you had some real marriages, had real kids, did real things with, real people, that's much different than like basically humping and screwing everything moving, perpetually for a period of time. That's much different. So I feel like it's very easy to qualify and figure out, all right, well, if she's coming from persistent relationships where none of them actually add up on anything versus coming from, somebody who actually got married, not just been proposed to, who actually is, I mean, this lady, all in all, it seems like she has some common sense. So I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. I don't know her history. I don't know really much about her, but just generally speaking, she comes off as a respectable woman. That's how she comes off.
Entertain that conversation
Okay.
because I've lived so much life already.
Did you see the study?
But if I was like 25,
Yeah.
I could understand.
You do. I'm glad you said that number.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know where I read it, but they say women at 25 has had more sexual partners than a 50-year-old.
Nowadays?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, of course, because if you actually think about it, it's like sex does not happen that often for a man, and not probably as much as women might think it does. And I guess for a select group of men, but not all men. There's some men who it comes and comes easy. There's some who, hey, when it comes, it's literally like the 8 worlds like aligning in the sky. Like it just don't happen very often.
Absolutely.
That is crazy.
Everybody's YOLO. I would tell somebody my number and they'd be like, that's it? I'm like, girl, what you at? You're 60 who? An American numbers? Not Euro? Oh my God, not Tokyo. Oh my
Yes.
God.
I mean, when I read, I said, hold on.
In there? Oh my God.
I was like 25, and they've had more they've been with more men.
They're more liberated.
Because now.
I don't understand what that means, and a lot of people use that word. They're more liberated, but somebody gonna have to break that down in the comments. What does it mean to be more liberated? They're more free to just have sex. I mean, I've always thought the point of freedom is to like strive to something bigger. I don't understand if they're just striving for bigger meat. I don't understand. Just y'all help me out.
Women, it used to be they didn't think like that.
Yeah.
But now women think like a man.
I know, that's bad. I think and this, I want to say this before y'all come for me. This is just all my opinion. I think that women that think like men, it's bad because there has to be an understanding that we are not equal.
Yeah.
Men could do it, but we can't. Men can sleep with all the women they want to. And if I sleep with a bunch of men, I'm a hoe. Why do you want to?
Right.
Like it's such a deeper conversation.
Mm-hmm.
My argument can't be Shannon had 100 partners, I had 82,
Right.
and y'all calling me a hoe, but Shannon had 100. Why is it okay for him and not for me?
Yeah, it's certainly not a comparison. So I feel like that's where a lot of people get it twisted too. Like the male struggle, whatever benefits comes out of it, like it's much different than the female struggle. And I don't think that one is better or one is worse, but it's just different. And because it's different, we come at things from such a different place. We understand things from such a different place that to try to decide that you are going to take basically like the route of a woman as a man is crazy. And then to do the opposite and take the route of a man and you're a woman, it's like, why would you be doing that? It's almost like you don't understand that the opposite sex already exists.
Why do you even want to be there?
Right.
Like we're not the same. And if men have us up on this pedestal, what's wrong with being on the pedestal?
Right.
That means I'm up here.
Right.
And you down here. So why do I have a problem with the fact that you think and believe I should be up here?
Wow, that's a hell of a point.
So when I hear women fight in this battle of, well, how come he and how come I can't? Why do you even want to? Why do you sit there with the idea of I should be able to have sex with 100 men if I want to? That would never come out my mouth.
No.
He has sex with 200 women. I should be able to do the same. I don't even want to. Why you want to? Why? You really need to sit down and ask yourself, why am I even considering this as an option? Why do you even want it as an option for yourself? So, let me get a little.
What's the craziest reason you've broken up with someone?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. But what do y'all think? Do y'all think that it's okay for a woman to want like 100 sexual partners, or even let's just call it 20 or 30 or 40, or even to have had them already in the past. Like, do you agree with her? Do you agree with him? Like, to me, like I said, I think that I agree with her basically. Like, it really does depend on like what age you're at, like where you're at mentally, spiritually, emotionally, like all these different things. And so that's just my take. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, and I'll see y'all in the next video.